The horse stance is a lower body exercise you need to try. Shaolin monks train this movement to build a bulletproof body and mental toughness. Discover why horse stance is the best kept secret in modern day fitness. But first, how long can you hold the horse stance for? Share your personal best in the comments and see how you compare with everyone. Hey everyone, I'm Daniel Vadnal, an Australian physiotherapist teaching calisthenics for Fitness FAQs. The horse stance, aka Ma Bu in Chinese martial arts, is a posture which develops strength, endurance, flexibility, and much more. Squat down in a wide stance with the thighs parallel to the ground. Isometric exercises go beyond conditioning the body. They also have the power to strengthen the mind. In the past, as a beginner, I struggled so much with poor flexibility. I'm someone who could never touch their toes. Sitting in an ass to grass squat was pretty much impossible. With a modern sedentary life, with lots of sitting and a lack of movement, it left my joints stiff and my muscles tight. I'd always use the excuse of being a muscle-bound meathead, blaming my size for my poor flexibility. I'm big, I'm a guy, I don't have time, I didn't stretch as a kid. All limiting beliefs. I spent so much time trying different stretches in a desperate attempt to become flexible, but the results didn't last. The horse stance completely changed how I train flexibility. Weighted stretching is one of the most powerful ways to increase range of motion. By overcoming resistance, the body gains strength at length in the deep stretch. The isometric is where the real magic happens. Holding this deep squat really challenges your body to transform like never before. Begin using a 5-step squat with feet together, toes out, heels out, toes out, heels out, toes out. Squat down to 90 degrees so the hip crease is below the knees. Keep your back straight with a proud chest posture. Tilt the pelvis anteriorly to create space within the hip socket. Drive the hips back and push the knees out to load your legs. Congrats, you're doing a horse stance. Now the real fun begins. When first starting, you're going to shake after only a few seconds. Don't be surprised if you look like a jackhammer during the isometric squat. Hang in there and see how long you can go. Don't be discouraged as a beginner. Giving our best effort is all that matters. Your first goal is 3 sets of 60 seconds horse stance. Build up to 2-minute sets and the real transformation begins. Building mental toughness is a major benefit. Holding an isometric for time feels strange compared to conventional exercises. The leg pump gets painful. The body and brain wants to give up. The horse stance challenges your mental limits and beliefs about what you can endure. As you hold the position, your mind may tempt you to quit or convince you that you can't go any further. By persisting and pushing beyond these self-imposed barriers, you can train your mind to overcome doubt, expand your perceived limitations, and develop a resilient mindset. Continue challenging yourself beyond bodyweight. We apply progressive overload at the gym with weights. Flexibility should be treated the same. Because our leg muscles are so big and strong, we need both duration and intensity to change. We can't forget about the Kung Fu shoes. This special piece of equipment channels your inner chi and it activates your meridians. Without them, don't even bother, mate. Progress range of motion with a wider squat. The 7-step or 9-step horse stance is your end stage goal. The stress going through the groin is serious business. Proceed with caution, my eager beaver. The horse stance improves hip mobility and flexibility in the lower body. The horse stance targets your hip flexors, adductors and groin muscles, and glutes. With consistent practice, you will experience increased range of motion in the legs. For perfect technique, grab a stick. The average person cheats by squatting high when tired. If the stick rolls off, you lose. The stick keeps you honest and the horse stance working at peak potency. Here's a mental challenge for you to try. Set a timer to something which scares you and don't look down until it beeps. Most people psych themselves out by fixating on the time instead of their body. Focus on your breathing, keep your mind on the muscle sensations, and stay present with the pain. You'll be surprised how long you can horse stance without being limited by your imagination. It's a fun experiment. Unlocking the splits was made possible thanks to horse stance. The range of motion gains I have in the lower body is thanks to strength stretching. By working the horse stance just once per week, yes, once per week, I was able to unlock the side splits in under 2 years. I prefer low frequency, high intensity stretching. It's efficient and effective because I value my time. With flexibility, an inverse relationship exists between time and intensity. You can stretch hard less often or stretch gentle more often. Pick one. Horse stance progress principles include longer holds, increasing range of motion, and going heavier without sacrificing technique. I'd love to hear your experience with the horse stance. Please share your lessons learned in the comments. See you next video.